Hi, very good morning, friends. In this particular video, I'll talk about what's happening globally, explain you the global situation, the oil and everything. So the thing is, we have to understand the context. Number one, there is a global financial oil crisis which is happening at the moment because of the war of Iran with other countries. Strait of Hormuz controls certain supplies of oil to the world, which is affecting. Now, when oil rises, it has multiple effects across the world on all economies. Prices rise because it leads to more inflation. Everything goes up because it's linked to oil. So, a lot of countries are getting affected, including our country to some extent. But there are various ways to mitigate that risk. Now, how that will play for each country will be different. For India, it will be different. For other countries, it will be different. Every government will try to do something. There is no clarity. Now to explain indirect impact of oil. The other indirect impact of oil is that it leads to usually other inflation effects as I've explained. So people will rush to buy non-inflationary assets like other assets like gold, silver, etc. and other commodities. Now why they do that? To protect against inflation. Now whether that is happening or not at the current juncture is not really the scope of this video. But broadly, the sense is when it causes inflation, people rush to safe haven. Now, coming to the point that there are multiple things going on in the world apart from this. Number two is that in the US, which is the mother economy of all, because of the war, it has created inflationary impact to an extent that there is a lot of expense on war. So, what will the US government do? Ultimately, it has limited options. Option is to raise more money. On one hand, it has to pay back the uh, come up with a plan. So I'm not sure on that. Then there is also fact the war expense have increased. So it will lead to higher fiscal deficits, more spending. So it will lead to more borrowing. It will lead to more intervention by US Fed indirectly by monetizing it. So all these things, as this is not my take, this is what I've been reading. So indirectly, what will be the case scenario is very difficult. So it will lead to further effects which may cause inflation. So that what will that force the US Fed whether to hike rates or whether to pause or to limit the downside? As earlier they were saying that they will do more rate cuts. So whether the probability decreases will be seen very soon after the Fed minutes. So net, another set of problem which is happening apart from this is the financial credit squeeze. Now what is that is that lot of these private credit, what is private credit? There were a lot of companies which were giving credit to non AAA rated or lower category corporates in US and other places so that they could fund their businesses. Now they're experiencing pain because of various factors. Partly it could be because of the AI thing, because disruptions are happening. So those loans may get bad. Those companies are firing people. So they're not able to pay back these private lenders or private credit companies. So what is happening? It's creating a panic between the investors in these private lending companies. So it's putting pressure on the overall situation of private credit. Now, whether it spirals into a bigger spiral like 2008, we really don't know, and nobody is able to predict that, and neither am I in the dooms camp to predict. So net, what I'm trying to explain you, I've explained you oil, I've explained you the US situation, I've explained you the impact on global. So there is too much chaos and volatility, and I'm just trying to tell you here that because of these uncertainties, till the time they don't settle, markets will remain volatile, and as an investor it's your duty to follow asset allocation, remain invested, cut excessive news, watching daily tickers won't really help. Build a long term portfolio because I'm not sure about valuations, but it may be a fair value for certain spaces, certain countries, so, and certain investors in certain countries to look at the market and deploy capital over a period of time and with a long term objective of wealth creation. Of course, there are no guarantees. So thank you. This is my take. And the disclaimer, this is not any advice. This is my take. Kindly consult your experts before taking any financial decisions. Will not be responsible on account of content stated in this video. Take care. Bye.